All right, yeah. Welcome to Flat Earth Weather with Whitney Suiters. Here today, checking out the flat Earth from above. Um, going to be doing some different run-throughs of all our weather, from particulates to chemicals to the ocean and the air today. And we'll cover the whole world at once. So this is not a local forecast, but you can check it out. Um, Yeah, so let's go to the air. Let's check out our air for temperature. And this surface temperature right here. So you can see on the outer reaches of the ice wall, you've got some purple, which is down in this range. Can tell you that this represents well below zero um, on the outer ring. So back in the winter where I live in Massachusetts, we were in this blue range mostly. We got to the purple when it went down to near zero. Um, so it's pretty cold out on the ice wall today if you're out there. Um, you can see it's uniformly in a ring, in a perfect ring around is the temperature being there. This happens because the sun is up in our region. Here's North America. It's up in this area, kind of over us, over the East Coast, over Massachusetts, going around. Um, and then when it opens itself up and moves out this way, keeps getting bigger, you'll see in our winter that this ring of purple becomes less purple, and it's still cold there, but you also notice down here in the Andes that the temperatures are in the blue range, and yeah, it's winter there. They're probably getting snow and stuff. Up here in the North Pole, the actual North Pole, everything else is south. Follow those lines out. Um, you got the south. Um, but yeah, so that's where it's still cold up here. You know, there's snow or glaciers and ice caps and whatnot there. So, is there a central opening in here? From these maps, I've kind of thought I've seen something up there a couple times. I'm going to go to the air. So that's our temperature. Let's check out our wind. All right, I just turned it on. So you can see the wind. Um, it's pretty cool. Shows what direction things are moving. So if we zoom in a little bit on the United States here, um, let me double check where I'm at on wind. Let's go back to temperature. All right, this is temperature and wind. So you can see it's pretty, winds are pretty inactive, and I've noticed that it hasn't been really windy lately. Oh, but check it out, there is a definitely central, I mean, this is pretty much the North Pole here, so if we zoom in on that, there's definitely some spinning going on there. Um, so you do see that, you know, there's a vortex up here, and there usually is. I've done other videos where it may not be dead center on this, but I've seen it pretty close to that, and it's made me wonder exactly what's going on there. Let's go back out a little bit. So you can see everything spins around in a big circle. Our weather's moving around. See, Africa's pretty hot right now, so again, if we look at our little guide here, that's in the pretty high range, these colors here. Looks like Saudi Arabia, um, this area. Um, and the Middle East, probably up into Iraq, Afghanistan. Um, but this map really makes you see things that you don't normally see. I know I'm doing a weather forecast, but you can also do a little geography thing and some of the flat Earth proofs that I know. If you're flying from Australia, mate, and you're going to South America, si vas a como Argentina, por aquí, or Chile, your flight is going to go from Australia to San Francisco for the layover, and then on to here. And on the globe, that just doesn't happen because these, on the globe, it's these lines don't keep going out and getting wider like they do here. They come back together. So this landmass and this landmass would actually, you could just kind of fly this way, you know. Um, Another cool aspect for me seeing is I always thought the Middle East and Europe were more separated, but right here, this part of north of Africa here, and the Mediterranean's like wider this way than I thought. I always like saw it kind of ending in this area. Could be Mandela effect for me, but you can see it's like, eh, Europe and the Middle East are like they're just on the other coast of the water here. It's like this is Canada, say, for us. Like this is the Great Lakes, and this is Canada, and this is United States. Same thing here, and for us, we're removed from it, but you can also see like Finland and Scandinavia up here, and the Netherlands over here, and you've got a large amount like of water here that you didn't think of the North Sea that's probably used a lot. But on the globe, that's all kind of hidden up top and kind of doesn't give you the same um, perspective that you get here. It's like I always thought of Asia over here, and you got your Russia here and India, but I always thought like Asia as being way further away from the U.S. But when you zoom in, like the Aleutian Islands go right up to this is Korea, bro. That's the Aleutian Islands. Like that's Alaska. Kim Jong Un can definitely launch a strike right at us, bro. Like it doesn't have to come around the globe. It just flies straight flat, bang, right on you, Like I don't know. I'm just saying. Like this changes the perspective of everything really, like where everything is and how you get there. You can just fly in a circle, but you can actually fly this way pretty much like over Alaska to get to Korea. Boom. On the globe, you'd be going like out this way. I think this is Hawaii. I'm not positive, but looks like Hawaii. Yeah, there's Hawaii. Look at that. I never thought of it back in the day, but my plan for proving the flat Earth is I want to get this straight again. Sorry, got it off kilter. I want to start like my journey up in here, let's say. Let's say these two lines kind of come together here, right here. These two lines. If you follow them out, let me get rid of the overlay for a second. I think there's a none somewhere here. All right, well, close enough. So let's say I start up in Alaska. We take two people. We each go to the line. You go to this line here. I go to this line here. So we got these two lines. You're on one. Say we start right where this line crosses them. All right. So my plan is this to prove the flat Earth. You start on this line. I start over here. We both head due south. Okay? You're going to go right near the Hawaiian Islands. I'm going to skirt them on this side, on the west side. then as we reach the ice wall out here, you're going to reach it over here, and I'm going to be 1,200 miles away, whereas up here we were only 100 miles away. And that'll prove it. That's all we got to do, and we can go to Hawaii too at the same time. So if anyone wants to make this trip, you raise the funds, give me a call, and we will head out to prove that the Earth is flat for once. Just make the journey, fly the plane. We get to Hawaii, stay there for a couple days, get back to my spot, you get back to your spot. Boom. We fly out, and we're there. All right, so this is flat Earth weather. Sorry about that. Yeah, so let's look at the temps again. In America, with a K now, we're looking good. We're in this range of high 80s, low 90s. Up on the East Coast, we're in like the 70s-ish, upper 70s, which you'll see is kind of this yellow to orange. The orange areas, the darker it gets, warmer it is. Desert's probably 100 degrees here. If you look over here, it's like this is wicked hot. Like, if we look over here on like the desert over here or the Sahara, it's wicked hot. It's my forecast. It's gonna be wicked hot through here. Don't go here. So that's probably like 135. In here, it's 120, 130. See where there's some mountains, it mellows it out. But then in the valley here, the heat escapes from here, and all this is, the wind patterns are pretty mellow, honestly, right now. I watched a lot of this in the winter, man, and holy crap, in the winter when the sun moves away, when it moves down toward the ring, it's like, wow, the wind is amazing. But at this point, it's pretty mellow, like I'm not seeing a lot of wind. You can start looking for hurricane development now. Let's see. It's really nothing of note here. There is a bit of a aroundness here, but it's getting dispersed, so it's really cool. But this is like the North Pole up here, And this map, honestly, well, I'm seeing something over here, actually. Sorry about that. I gotta brighten that up a little bit. Should be right in here. Yeah, we're getting some spinach here, guys, so these are tightening up, and these things tend to form together, so, or it could just fall into one. I've watched it do that a couple times, but this is real time. These things are kicking up a little bit, and looks like the prevailing winds would denote that it's going to head out towards Hawaii that way. But keep that in mind. You got something up here too, off of Japan, and up here you're like, oh my God, it's up here, but it's really not. It's in the same temperate zone as we are, as you can see, with the same temperatures we have. They got a couple cyclonic looking things there, so that's pretty cool. But nothing on the East Coast coming in yet. I grew up on Long Island, so for me it was like hurricanes. We had Hurricane Bell in like 76 maybe. That was scary. Like, I learned respect for the weather at that point. So, all right, we're gonna do a quick look at the we're gonna look at the chemicals in our atmosphere, brought to you by Flat Earth Weather. All right, so guess who has like severe pollution going on over here? Ah, that looks like China. Yep. Whoa, good old China. I don't know what the frick they're doing over there, but the one good thing is, wow, I just gotta like Get this sucker over here and zoom in. Yeah. Um, let's zoom in on China. Yeah, thanks, China. You know, the one thing about Trump and the whole like climate thing, he's right. You know, that's some new world order. Like, let's create a world government kind of shit. We don't need that. America, we're doing. If you look over at our like pollution output, China is killing it. Like, they're killing it. Look at this. Look how dark that is. Look how dark that is. Seriously, over here. That's like off the range. Most of the Earth is like in this range. China, you're pluming shit. Is there a fire there? Do we have some kind of fire there? I don't know. Oh, they got a nice little spinner here too going. It's pretty sweet. But look, the wind's pretty normal. It's pretty low, so that's why this is all just probably sitting here. But good for them. You can, you know, y'all are in your own filth over there as far as I'm concerned, because the plane's really big. Like, let's get that right too. Like, it's uh, it's a it's a big one. You know. Whoa, I gotta reorient. Sorry. So that's us. That's the planet for pollution. Yeah, Africa, you're joining it. You're pretty polluted too, bro. But look, America, South America, our climate change shit's worked. Like, we've stopped doing this kind of crap and that kind of crap. I don't know what they're doing there. Remind me not to visit there. But look how big the ocean is, people. The ocean's huge. It's humongous. Let's go to our, I want to go back to the temperatures because I want to, like, get this right. There we go. But yeah, let's look at the oceans. Let's look at the ocean currents. Yeah, and let's turn them on. So land is gray. That's cool. So we know that we're all connected by the land here, people, and if there is an opening, that's very possible. It's not like it's going into the ocean. So look at this nice circle. Oh, I wonder why it looks so perfect. And it doesn't look like that on a globe. It looks like a mess of all messes of circulation. It's our circulation. It goes in a circle. It goes around. If you get on over here on a boat, you're just going to kind of float around. If you wait long enough, get over here. If it's going this way. You'll end up in Tasmania or something, or wherever that is. That's not Tasmania. Maybe it is. That's New Zealand. But this is pretty funky, you know. You got some nice little currents going on. It's like rivers in the water. It's so cool. Look at that. It's like a river going around the whole planet. It's like I am a river, and we flow to here, and then we get to here, we flow over to here, and you know, it's amazing. It's a cool plane. Flat Earth weather. I'll be back. It's, you know, this is kind of like probably a monthly forecast. But right now it's really calm. Most of the Earth is calm, and you know, it's looking good. Looking pretty calm, pretty good. hopefully our politics and our belief systems and our morals and our corruption will go away, and we can just live here like as we see. No one's going to Mars. No one's going to, this place or that place. We're under the dome. So no one gets out of here alive.